Don't need to worry about dirty things, 'cause beauty's waiting underneath. Raise your head 'cause the sun is high. The bees will buzz and the birds will fly, 'cause you know life is beautiful. Sing a song and share it.
Hey, I'm Janelle, this is toDIYfor, and this week's project took way longer than I thought it was going to. Yes, I love it, but honestly, if you're going to attempt to do this, be ready for hours of work. So all you need for this project is some rope, jute. You can pick this up at the hardware store, hot glue, scissors, and a hot glue gun. Okay, so I used more than just this for my project. I will give you an idea of totals and cost at the end of it all. Essentially, all you are doing is hot gluing the rope to itself in spirals. So it does take a little while to get this kind of started, but as your circles get bigger, you can add more hot glue and continue to get the rope connected to itself, I guess. So be careful not to burn yourself, but I found that the best way to do this is to work in smaller pieces so the hot glue doesn't dry, and to make sure you're pretty much gluing along the entire way. If you leave gaps of not glued together pieces, the rope doesn't really sit as flat as you need it to do. So there are a couple of different techniques that you can use instead of just circles. This one was my favorite, and all I did was created a circle, and then at the edge of it, I glued every couple of inches and kind of bowed the rope up like this, and you have to hold it in place until that glue holds, until you can move on to the next one. But the piece looks like this when I was all finished, and that was my favorite design technique. Another one that I tried is this one here. I didn't get it on camera, but basically just leaving some small gaps and then hot gluing again with the rope. So these are all the pieces that I had. I laid them out, and then you need to stitch them together. So yeah, I just used a needle and thread and kind of aligned them to try and hide that little gap there as best as I could. And this isn't exactly easy to do, but I couldn't think of any other way to stitch this together. And it's not gonna hold super well, but it will hold your rug together. So stitch along all of those pieces as best you can. And here's a little better, closer look at how it looks when it's all stitched together. So here are my totals. Worth it? I don't know, you decide, but it's done.
Don't need to worry about dirty things, 'cause beauty's waiting underneath. Raise your head 'cause the sun is high. The bees will buzz.
So it is literally the simplest technique. There wasn't a lot to show you there, but this is going to take you forever. I would highly suggest, if you're making it yourself, get a couple of people to help you, or be prepared to do small increments of it over days, weeks, if not months. And maybe don't do a very, very large rug. Mine wasn't even that large to begin with. I just got fed up with it and finished it there. I love the way that it looks though, and it is going to be cheaper than buying something in a store. So there's that. But if you do attempt to make it yourself, I wish you luck. And please, I would love to see what your creation looks like when you're all done. So follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at Janelle Steeper. Tag me in any of your DIY photos, because I'd love to see what you're making. And don't forget to subscribe, because next Wednesday I'll be back with a new video, which will take way less time than this week's DIY. I promise you, because I do not have that much time, again, to make something for next week. Cheers, and I'll talk to you next Wednesday.
Need to worry about dirty things, 'cause beauty's waiting underneath. Raise your head 'cause the sun